Okay, hi guys. I'm pulling a card from Stephen D. Farmer's Oracle card deck. And the card that I pulled is Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. And I just happen to be continuing my talk about John the Baptist. And he is someone who we need to forgive. So here we go. Jesus made it plain that John the Baptist was the very Elijah whom the people were so anxiously awaiting, while on the contrary, John the Baptist himself flatly negated this claim. Whose words were the Jewish people to believe? This matter obviously depended on which of the two, Jesus or John, appeared more credible and respectable in the eyes of the people at the time. I'm reading just the red passages, the red highlighted. When the Jewish people of Jesus' day compared Jesus and John the Baptist, who appeared more credible to them, without a doubt, John's word had more credibility. Therefore, they naturally believed John the Baptist when he denied being Elijah more than they believed Jesus' testimony that John was Elijah. Since the people believed John, they considered Jesus' words to be a fabrication concocted to support his dubious claim to be the Messiah. Consequently, Jesus was condemned as an impostor. Many among the Jewish leadership and people of Jesus' day had the highest respect for John the Baptist. Some even thought of him as the Messiah. Had John the Baptist announced that he was Elijah, as Jesus had testified, those who were eagerly awaiting for the Messiah would have readily believed John's testimony and flocked to Jesus. Instead, John's ignorance of God's providence, which led him to insist that he was not Elijah, became the principal reason why the Jewish people did not come to Jesus. So, while I was in Reverend Moon's church, I learned that John the Baptist he had become too full of himself, and because people looked down on Jesus, John the Baptist didn't want to be associated with Jesus. So John the Baptist wanted the respect of the people, and so he was afraid to be associated with Jesus. Here we have come to understand that the main reason why Jesus had to die on the cross was the failure of John the Baptist. We have stated previously that John the Baptist was to inherit and complete the mission which Elijah had left unfinished on earth. As recorded in the Bible, he was born with the mission to go before the Lord in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready for the Lord a people prepared. Hence, in terms of his mission, John was the second coming of Elijah. We have been reading the Bible based on the unquestioned belief that John the Baptist was a great prophet. Our new insight into John the Baptist teaches us that we should dispense with the conservative attitude of faith, which makes us afraid to question conventional beliefs and traditional doctrines. So, we come back to the card that I pulled about having forgiveness and compassion in this situation. So John the Baptist did something horrific. God spent thousands of years preparing for the Messiah, and when he comes, because of John the Baptist's failure, we have another 2,000 years before God could send a second coming of Christ. So we have this kind of situation. So you have to know and understand seriously what John the Baptist did was just it was almost unforgivable, but we still need to forgive him and have compassion for him. Anyway, I'm going to close now, and thank you for listening.